G'day everyone and welcome to my channel. Well, recently I did a distress spray oxide background here and I'm going to turn this into a card. So I'm going to use the Paper Rose Snuggle Pot set, and this is an Aussie company, and I've got the stamps and the dies here. I've got a Hero Arts background stamp in stars, and I'm going to use some Wow Superfine White embossing powder. I'm going to use the smaller Snuggle Pot set here, and I'm going to colour them in with Prisma coloured pencils. So let's get started. In this stamp set there is a sentiment, thinking of you, and I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use some Versamark ink on here, and I'm going to use some Wow Superfine White embossing powder to heat set that. Now, as you see, I've used my clear embossing powder, but never mind, I'm just going to re-stamp it onto the black cardstock down the other end here. So I've just got a fine brush here, and there's just a couple of specks of white embossing powder here. So before I dry it, I remove it. Once I'm happy, then I've just got my heat gun here and just drying them off. Now I'm going to dry the boo-boo end off as well, because I thought, I wonder what would happen if I used a colour of Distress Oxide ink. I've got some shaded lilac here, and I'm just going over the clear embossing powder, so just to see if that sticks out, and it does. So really happy. So I'll use that later in another project. So I'm going to stamp out my smaller Snuggle Pot here, and I'm going to use some Memento ink here because I do want to use my Prisma colours, and I want the ink not to blend into my colours. So I'm just going to dry that off before I start using my Prisma colours. Now I'm going to blend these colours out using some odourless solvent and a blending stump. Now when you do use odourless solvent, please make sure that you are in a well ventilated area. I have my fan going at the moment, which helps disperse any of the fumes. So I'm going to use the matching die here that I have, and I'm just going to cut it out using my Tim Holtz Sizzix Sidekick. Aren't they cute? Now onto my piece of card here that I have coloured with Distress Spray Oxide. I'm going to use this Hero Arts rubber background stamp here, and I'm going to use some Versamark ink, and then I'll apply some white embossing powder all over, and that will actually enhance all the little stars. Now I'm going to mount this onto some black cardstock, but before I do, I just need to cut the black cardstock here to size. Once I've done that, then I'll have a look to see if my background here needs cutting, and it does, just ever so slightly, so it will have a perfect border all around. So I'm just going to trim up my sentiment here, which will run from left to right on my card here, and then my little Snuggle pot stamp image will just go next to it. So I decided to use some double-sided adhesive foam tape here just to give my stamped image a little bit of dimension. So I'll just pop the card all together now, and then that will be all finished. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video today. I've had so much fun. As usual, all the supplies that I've used today will be listed over on my website, and that website will be linked down below. If you have enjoyed this video today, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time, happy crafting. See ya!